I'm Midnight Agent Raw.
And I'm Okame.
We are the Super Media Bros podcast, and we are founding members of the Odd Pods Media Network. Paul Kersey's greatest hits.
It's not y'all's fault you're listening to this podcast. It's those damn drugs.
Oh, Bronson.
All that and more.
Let's get cracking.
To the face.
Super Media Bros.
By face, he means face of death. And by crack, we mean cracking down.
Or it just could be just crack in general.
It's just crack cocaine.
Those damn drugs. That's why I'm on this podcast.
It's those damn drugs. That's why we do this podcast. It's those damn drugs.
Yeah.
It's those damn drugs.
It's here.
Welcome to episode 156 of the Super Media Bros podcast. I'm Midnight Agent Raw.
And I'm Okame here.
Cult Cinema Showdown 65. We're coming closer to the end of Death Wish month. This time,
coming closer to death.
Oh my God, I feel like we are. This week, we are doing Death Wish 4, the Crackdown versus Death Wish 5, the Face of Death, which the winner of this one will face off at the end of this episode against Death Wish 3 to see which sequel was better. But before we get into that, God damn it, Kersey has had Old Spice, Stetson, and now he has an obsession for men.
Where will he go next?
Back to Los Angeles, apparently. Let's get into Death Wish 4.
The Crackdown.
The Crackdown.
The down.
Paul Kersey has his own architecting firm, and he's dating this chick named Sniffany. I mean Karen, not Sniffany. I'm sorry, too much crack.
Breakfast at Sniffany's.
He said, "What about breakfast at Sniffany's?" God damn it!
Well, what's this chick's obsession, not obsession, occupation this round?
Oh, she's a reporter, and she's got a daughter named Erica, who's played by Dana Barron, who was most notably Audrey from the original National Lampoon's Vacation. And we kind of just hit the ground running with this one. There was really not too much setup other than the fact that, you know, Kersey's at it again in the dating scene, and he's dating a chick who's got a daughter. And for some reason, the females get hotter and hotter as these movies go on. And I swear to God, it's the Obsession for Men. That is the cologne of choice for this movie, is Obsession for Men by Calvin Klein.
Yeah, I think we came to a unanimous decision that Karen is probably the hottest out of every woman he's touched in this whole fucking series.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we start off there at some kind of carnival. Of course, there's, you know, the drug dealers around and they're dealing crack cocaine. One of the guys that is not necessarily dealing it, but he's buddies with one of the dudes. He picks up Karen from Paul, and right now he picks up Erica.
He picks up Paul.
He picks up Paul. He picks up all three of them. He's just like, I heard you three like to party.
We're going to a movie, right?
Right.
Because that was the idea, was Paul and Karen were supposed to go to a movie while
Erica,
I was about to say Audrey, was going out.
Her name is Erica Audrey.
Yep. We're just going to call it Erica Audrey.
Right. But like Paul, you know, does the thing that where he peeks out the window and he's just like, smoking that pot. God, I need some pot.
But no, he has that like 60-something-year-old father like quote in his head, like, I don't like the cut of his jib. That's what he's thinking, but he doesn't say that, which would have been fucking hilarious if he did. But
right. Like the fact that he doesn't even like throw her under the bus. He looks at her and he watches her just like smoke or whatever, which it's stupid because it's just pot or whatever. But like he doesn't even tell her mom. He's just like, I just don't like that Randy kid she's hanging around with. He needs to get off my goddamn lawn
and get better jib.
Right. So anyway, they go to the carnival thing. But this fucking cracked me this shit up though, because like right when that is happening, Erica looks over and she's just like, I need commitment, Paul. Before this movie, I need commitment.
Was it Karen, you mean?
Did I say Erica?
You said Erica. It's like the daughter, I need commitment, Paul. It's like, I need your commitment to be my dad. That would have been fucking weird, like, curveball there.
Like, the daughter disappears, and then Karen's like, I'm just going to go for a walk. Erica rolls back in. All right, she's gone.
I need commitment.
Jesus fuck.
It's like, no, in this scenario, the girl, the daughter has more like cleanness to him than the actual dating of the mom, basically. It's like, oh no, the mom's just not into him. She's just there. The daughter's just like, I need a father. Can you be my daddy?
Be my daddy, daddy.
In the exact tone of voice, can you be my daddy?
Be my daddy, daddy. Erica, commitment. Sounds like a Mortal Kombat. Commitment.
Don't they have a cologne called Commitment?
I think so.
There you go. I don't know if they do, but I'll look it up.
But anyway, no, so Erica goes off with Randy on the date, but they're supposed to go see a fucking movie, Paul and Karen. And then Karen is just like, I need commitment before we see this movie. I need commitment. Does he actually propose to her right there? I feel like he does.
You know, I don't remember.
I don't either. Like, that's the beauty of these movies. You get so lost in how many women that this man has just plowed through. Like,
there is a cologne called Commitment by Otto Kern. So now he's sporting Commitment.
God.
But yeah, so Karen asked for the ring. Paul was just like, after 4 movies.
Why the fuck not?
He's done tried so many times.
Yeah. He tried so hard and it got so far, but in the end, it doesn't really matter. So Erica is at this carnival, boardwalk, whatever the fuck. And
somewhere in LA.
Yeah, somewhere in LA. Looks like the Lost Boys boardwalk, but that's neither here nor there. So Randy's dealer pulls her aside and he's like, oh, I got something special for you. Hands her out big, like it's big. It's like a palm size, like little sack of crack rocks. Well, you know what comes next. She fucking ODs because there's a phone call. Because
about crack.
Yeah, phone call by crack. It's a crack call. So they show up to the hospital like instantaneously. She's getting paddled on in the fuck. This cracked me the fuck up. Okay, so they're working on her in the trauma unit, and they're fucking hitting her with the paddles. They're hitting Erica with the paddles, and there's this like really like ridiculous guitar solo happening in the background, and I'm just sitting there like, and she flatlines, right? And the first thought that came to my mind was, all right, thank you guys for coming out tonight. We're flatlined from Los Angeles, California. It's like, fuck, dude.
But I also just thought of this. Her heart rate was over 200. Right?
Yeah, it was pretty high.
So why were they trying to jumpstart her heart?
They may have been trying to like shock it into like...
And the rhythm?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I thought that was a little bit too much. I don't know why they would shock the heart when it's literally hitting over 200 BPM.
I don't know, but the look on Paul Kersey's face was just like, oh, fuck, we missed the movie.
Can't commit to this movie.
I can't commit to this movie. I can't commit to anybody.
I wasted this cologne.
That's 2 squirts down the drain. Fuck. Literally. Fuck. So anyway, Paul just takes it upon himself just to show up at this fucking carnival to confront Randy. Because Randy's already told the head dealer, he's like, oh, I'm going to go to the fucking police. Well, he gets fucking stabbed. No, because he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you don't narc in front of the person you're narking.
No shit. But this is the best part. So the dude opened fire on Paul because Paul has like found him, and he chases him up on top of this roofing area, and then he shoots him, and the dude falls on top of like the caging of the bumper cars and just gets fucking fried. It's that KFC.
Yep.
The Colonel's back.
Kill her fucking children.
Kentucky crack. Kentucky fried crack.
Exactly.
So there's a witness, and he's like, oh, it was a blue Tornado. Okay, so I guess Kersey's driving like this fucking blue Tornado vehicle that he doesn't even give a fuck if anybody is seeing him. That's one thing about this movie that really made me laugh. He just doesn't care if anybody notices he's walking away from, the scene of the crime. Not conspicuous whatsoever.
Nope.
Let's talk about the detective, Phil. This man looked like Uncle Roger.
Uncle Roger.
He said, it's like, what'd this man die from? Well, he died from MSG. Man shoot gun.
Hiya.
Failure.
Dude died completely.
You need more MSG.
He need more MSG. MSG is king of flavor.
Informal crystal.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What if that's what they call? What was that? What if that was the street name for the crack in this movie?
It's MSG.
It's MSG.
Did you use colander to sift that crack?
Hiya.
You fucked up.
If you let Paul Kersey find out you're selling crack, you've also fucked up.
Whoa, fucked up.
Yeah, because now they're like, they cut to fucking him getting a call from this dude who tells him to come with him or he's going to go to the cops and tell everybody who Paul Kersey, Mr. Vigilante, is.
Don't you know that by now everybody in Los Angeles should know who Paul Kersey is?
No shit.
I mean, the guy was a vigilante there for a while.
Right? But what makes me laugh is when he shows up, it's like this newspaper owner and he wants to hire Kersey to kill somebody. This dude also has a hell of a mustache.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude also says that his daughter died from cocaine. And there's the connection, like you pointed out. The Crackdown.
The Los Angeles connection.
Somewhere in LA.
But yeah, they want to basically tackle the crime lords, the drug lords here, because they've gone too far. Killing my kids, killing our kids. With crack.
Let's talk about the funeral, dude. Because Karen's line in this one's so funny. Because her and Paul are driving away. And she fucking goes, always made a promise that she would come first. And I was thinking, like, yeah, she definitely went first.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your fault. It's those damn drugs.
Those damn drugs.
It's not your fault she died, Karen. It's those damn drugs.
Bobby's fault.
Damn it, Bobby.
You gave her drugs.
And then that one scene that cuts over, like, to her boss where he's like, what was the article you wanted to do again? Drugs.
It's those damn drugs. What'd you want to write again? Drugs.
Drugs. So she goes to the carnival to find the dealers, and they never imply it, but the way that the guy is just like, it's going to cost you, and she's like, well, how much is it going to cost? A lot. You already know what that price is.
Mm-hmm.
So now we get like this chain of events. Like this movie and the next one, they kind of just like run through. Because like all you had was the setup. It's like, okay, the daughter OD'd. Kersey's trying to track down the people that did this via this rando fucker that's just hiring him. So Kersey's essentially just a hitman in this movie.
Yep.
So Detective Uncle Roger says that Mr. Vigilante is back. And they're questioning him in his job. Meanwhile, Nathan has given Paul a giant fucking hit list. And we forgot to point out, Danny Trejo is the actor in this one that goes on to do bigger shit.
Yeah, he's one of the thugs of one of the crime lords because they basically have like a feuding gang war, basically. There's these two brothers, the Romeros, and then on the other end is Ed Zacharias. And they're trying to literally come to terms and peace terms and whatever terms you want to call it to keep the business flowing, as you say. But
yeah, because what is there, like a limited partnership or some shit between the two of them?
Right. But the idea was to get infiltrate and to break up that peace pact.
So they're at his birthday party, right?
Right.
And what does our boy Paul Kersey disguise himself as? The bartender. Dude, I would order every alcoholic beverage known to man from Paul Kersey.
Got some milk, Curse.
I heard you're really good at White Russians. You use
eggnog.
You use whole milk.
Yep. Not that 2% shit.
He's a whole milk.
Use 2%, that's a death wish.
Yes, it is. So anyway, yeah, so he's posing as this fucking barkeep or whatever, and then Paul's tapping the phones the whole time because I guess this was part of his mission from the newspaper dude. Well, he winds up hiding in a fucking bathroom in this main room because Ed and the rest of the crew goes upstairs. And they fucking kill this dude because he was skimming cash off the top of the deals or whatever.
Right.
And I love whenever they pull Paul out of the bathroom. It's like, what are you doing? I was just using the toilet. I don't ever say that I'm using the toilet whenever I say that I'm taking a piss. It just makes me laugh because even in the 1980s, old Charles Bronson is just like, I'm going to use this 50s terminology. I was just using the toilet.
Using the outhouse.
That's right. They surprisingly let him go as long as he helps to carry out the body. Because Ed is sitting there, he's just like, you don't see nothing, you don't know nothing. He's like, that's right. I didn't see, I don't know nothing.
But little did they know that the goon that was helping him pick up the body was nodding off to Ed. And that was pretty much cue to like kill this fucker. And they get to the garage and just bang, bang.
Dude, he fucking kills the shit out of him. He hits him with a fucking crowbar and then he slams his head into the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, and he just walks away like whatever. Like he doesn't even make a quick escape. He just gingerly walks, like just strolling down the street.
Because you know you fucked up when he just walks away from a scene.
Right. And then the next shot is he's arriving to do a hit on Danny Trejo and the other two guys at this fucking wine bar where he shows up and he's got like these fake bottles of wine and posing as a salesman.
Yeah, he gets like a remote bomb or like a timer bomb like stuck in the bottom of one of the bottles. And he's doing his little salesman routine at the bar. And then he offers to like, you know what, I'm going to go tell those gentlemen over there what I have. And it's like, I don't think that's a good idea. It's like, nah, I got this.
They're going to love it.
He goes to like present the bottle and Trejo's character literally looks at Paul. It's like, I know you from somewhere. No. He's like, no, I know that face. I know faces. Just repeatedly kept implying that he knew him. Or Paul just like splashed fucking wine in his face and just fucking took off, but with a bang. Now,
can we talk about the face that Danny Trejo made? Which wasn't really his face.
Both of them, actually. It wasn't just Danny Trejo, but they had like the mold casted like dummies of each character, like right before explosion. I mean, it was like a half a second before. And we paused it. It was just like these fucking stupid looking shit.
Just foam faces where they look all bloated and they're just like, and they look like they got to take a 12-pound shit.
Explosive diarrhea.
And then literally like the next shot. Yeah, because that's the question that Ed has for literally everybody. That's in quotes. What the fuck is going on? Ed, 1987. Because, you know, what the fuck do you even say? Like, you find out, oh, my guys were blown up by a case of wine.
Or do they know that? Just, hey, they got blown up. What the fuck?
It's still funny, though. It's just, wine? You said it was wine. I wonder what happened to the poor bartender. Like, did he get blown up too? Because can we talk about that explosion real fast? Because the way it happened, he's running off screen. And it wasn't like, I mean, you see the explosion happen, but when it first fucking happens, it just looks like a digital mapping of fire just blazing across the screen. Like some real low budget shit here. What the fuck? So his next hit is this fucking dude at a video store.
Which this dude deserved to die just based off of the information that Nathan gave him.
Yeah. So you just see Paul come out of this door and he just screws on the end of a silencer on this fucking Uzi.
Mm-hmm.
He just walks up into this dude's office. Yeah, and the guy's just like, yeah, I just sell shit. He's like, what, why the fuck are you selling this shit? How many kids have you murdered with this shit or whatever the fuck? And he's just like, if you won't do it, someone else will. Is that right? And he's like, yeah, that's exactly right. He just fucking blows him away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, needless to say, like most of the kills in this movie are not as creative. Besides, like the wine bottle one so far was pretty cool, but they haven't been that creative. It's just basically like he walks in, and that's it.
Right. But I like whenever they go back from that scene and it's the detectives and all the people at the police precinct. 6 people in over 48 hours, and I'm like, I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
What do you think they make the pepperoni and sausage with?
All the body parts. Yes.
Through the grinder.
You fuck with Ed, you go in the grinder.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good burger reference for all you youngins out there.
I actually watched that a couple of days ago.
Right. But that's how I feel. It's like Ed Zacharias. You mess with Ed, you go in the grinder. It turned you into burger meat. But anyway, all the killings just start to make like a complete divide within the gangs. None of them trust each other. The fucking Frank Boggs death scene, because this is the next hit, where he goes up against the big dude in the high-rise apartment who treats his girlfriend like dog shit.
Who supposedly is the biggest badass hitman in all of Los Angeles.
He just looks like a knockoff Carl Weathers, let's be honest.
Yep.
So Paul at this point has been tapping phones so much that his fucking name should be Call Kersey. And this dude's girlfriend is just telling him the whole time, you should drop dead. I think this was probably your favorite scene in this movie, too.
Well, first of all, he forgot his damn tickets. I mean, come on.
That's right. They were going to the opera.
So he had to go back upstairs to his penthouse, grab the fucking tickets, which, by the way, this does bother me a little bit. I mean, it's just aesthetically. You have a nice fucking swanky ass penthouse, but your kitchen is like narrow as fuck and has like nothing to it. Like, it makes no damn sense to me, but
All the room he has elsewhere in the place.
yeah, like he had his big ass open fucking living room and like den and whatever, but his kitchen's like you literally can fit one person down it. It was that small. But I digress. Yeah, he goes up there. He knows something's wrong because his fucking lights are on his penthouse. He turned them off. So he's literally going on. I was like, okay, who the fuck is it? Who's here? And there's Paul in the fucking kitchen.
Just creeps out from him. The fuck you doing?
I'm just making a sandwich. No shit. He says that.
But the way he fucking delivers that line, he just kind of has that bullshit shrug. Just making a sandwich. And he fucking throws the oven door down to block him. Because, again, the kitchen's so fucking narrow. He throws an oven door down just to block his path.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Well, they beat the shit out of each other for a hot minute, though.
Yeah, even Paul throws a chair at his ass. I mean, this dude is freaking pretty hardcore looking. He's massive and, yeah.
So Paul winds up punching this dude. And the dude goes through this glass door, which was already shattered before he touched it, falls over the fucking railing, and falls the fuck off the balcony onto the car that his girlfriend is in. I wish he would just drop dead and he just fucking splats.
Ta-da.
Yeah, he just, ta-da, I'm here. Splat.
She's a magician.
Dude, that car, okay, first off, his body should have been in pieces that from that high. Second off, that car is strong as shit. Like, that must have been the tank-like vehicle from the third one when his girlfriend fucking splits that one car in half going down that hill. I didn't even catch the make and model of that vehicle, but I kind of want one now. If it's going to withstand a body falling from at least, fucking 50 floors up?
Also, that sequence reminded me, like, whenever he fell and, quote, face first onto the windshield. I don't know if anybody knows that video of this guy. He's like running down the road to this girl's car and she's like, oh no, he's coming over. And she starts screaming. And this guy's like in a Speedo or something. And he jumps on this girl's car and like shoves his face in the windshield. And she's just hollering. And that sort of reminds me of, it's just, she's freaking out because there's her boyfriend just right there in her face. Like, hi, I'm dead.
But it looked funny when he hit the car. It looks like when they shot him, like, hitting the vehicle, he had to hurry up and like, oh, I'm out of place. And he like kind of shoves himself over into the windshield.
Shuffle. Kind of like how in the third one, when that one dude fell down the car.
Yeah, and he just fucking folded like a goddamn accordion.
And then it was like, oh, wait, hold on, the wrong side.
Wait, I fucked up.
Like when the gas builds up from the death, it's just, okay, go this side.
It's right. But Paul just leaves. Paul just walks out the front door.
But does he get away? Not so much. Because there's Phil. He's just like, hi,
Detective Uncle Roger.
Hi,
there's a vigilante.
What the hell?
They eventually come to the conclusion that all the tornadoes in Los Angeles, only like 20 or so that are registered with that license plate that the home dude from the beginning gave them. And one of them was Paul Kersey's. And it's like, oh, well, could he be the vigilante doing his thing again? We don't know. Okay, well, let's investigate. Don't think it's Paul.
Until he watches him get into a blue tornado walking out of the fucking hotel.
And it's just like, there's the colander.
Hiya.
You fucked up.
If you're Paul Kersey, you fucked up. If you drive blue tornado, you also fucked up. Let's talk about the next hit that Nathan gives him to go to this fish market. Because he's going to make everybody sleep with the goddamn fishes here. He punches this bald motherfucker out and then hits another dude with his lunch pail. Like, goddamn, dude. Like, we're sitting there like, what the fuck is in this lunch pail? Well, it's a goddamn bomb. Because these people are packing the fish with cocaine. Like, they're gutting them and shoving the bags of cocaine into the fish. Could you imagine, like, just one gets, like, misplaced and it goes to, like, an actual supermarket that somebody's going to buy this. And they don't, like, they're the type of people that are going to just grill the whole fish. They're not even going to, like, skin it or nothing. They just grill the whole fucking thing and they eat it.
Boy, this tastes extra nice today. What'd you put in it? My secret season.
It's the Colonel's secret recipe.
Thanks, Mario. You gave it away.
So that's where the dude from A Recipe for Seduction went. Like, if he would have gotten away with his goddamn chicken recipe, he's like, well, I don't need to use chicken. I can just use seafood, but I can season it just the same. A little bit of cocaine.
I was just thinking, it's like, no, either going to be a chef or he was going to be a drug dealer. And it's like, well, I can't succeed as a chef.
Right.
I'm just so crack.
So he's like, I can do both, but not really.
A seafood empire.
A C4 empire is more like it, because holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I mean, Paul literally just chucks a bundle of, like, dynamite with a timer and just whoop.
And all these people just are running out. And he makes his daring escape in a pickup truck full of barrels in the back, and you see the dudes running away. They're just like, my fish.
My job security.
My job security just went out the door.
That was my retirement fund right there.
It was like fucking Walter White's barrels of money in Breaking Bad. Like that's exactly what I would picture. Just barrels of money just flying out the door in the back of a pickup truck.
Oh, see, I was thinking like their retirement was them getting like fish for life. Like I get breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the rest of my fucking years. Now it's gone. Thanks, Paul.
Well, I guess I got to use those goddamn Long John Silver's coupons now.
Oh, wait, that was in my lunch pail.
Right.
I was saving them for rainy days.
I was sitting there fucking thinking about how god awful that must have smelled and how much of a good thing it is that Kersey douses himself with cologne, because I'm pretty sure that masked the entire smell of the fish factory, especially after it exploded.
Could you imagine, though, if they like go and investigate like forensics or some shit, and they're like, wait a minute. That smell is not common here.
I know that, though.
That's a cologne. Smells like justice. He was here. How can you tell? I can just smell him.
This man is a Justice League of his own.
Just Ochoa just... he was here.
The cocaine brings him back from the fucking dead.
From the second movie.
Right.
I'm here.
Dude, oh my God, that might have been why he had such a fucking sniffling problem.
He was just snorting cocaine in his freaking handkerchief the entire time.
Exactly. That's a good place to hide. It's all white and shit.
It's like, what's that white stuff in your nose? Oh, just a powdered donut. Oh, we believe it. You're a cop.
Rips a 50 and a half. Don't tell nobody. Fucking gives it to him.
That was supposed to be for my crack.
Exactly. So Detective Uncle Roger is giving Ed Zacharias info because the fucker is working for him. So he goes to Kersey's office and he's just like, hey, I'm working for Ed. I know who you are. This is who I work for. So Paul just shoots him. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, it was just funny because he was behind one of those big old like art desks that you couldn't see nothing but like his chin up. And Phil was about to shoot him and he just shot straight through the fucking desk and like hit him pinpoint in the fucking heart. I was like, God damn, dude.
I know, it was fucking accurate.
How do you know where to hit him?
He's been doing it for too long, man.
Yeah. Like all you can see is like, like a little kid who's trying to drive their dad's truck or their mom's truck or something like that. It's like they can barely see over the dashboard. That's pretty much what Paul was behind that art desk.
God damn it.
It's like, I can't see. There he is.
There he is. Got him. So like the next day they find his body on some kind of walking trail. And then Ed and the crew think that his death was set up by the Romero gang. So they set up a meeting for both gangs at the oil rig. Paul's just waiting there in the bushes with a fucking sniper rifle. But I have a side note. Where the fuck is Karen? And why was she not like the least bit concerned about where Paul has been this whole fucking time?
Dude, the drug story, man. You got to take some time to that. Some effort.
True, but it's like, who do they go home to at night? Did he rent another seedy ass motel somewhere? Is he freebasing cocaine on his own and just operating out of a dingy motel?
I mean, he was in Los Angeles in the second one. That's what he was doing.
That's what I'm saying. He might be doing the same thing. No, he could be operating out of the fucking mansion.
So he's literally like Batman at this point.
Yeah, no shit.
Again.
But anyway, like Ed figures out that this is a whole setup to get them all in one location. Because they start dropping like flies, but they think it's each other. I don't think they even realize that it's Paul capping them until like, I think there's just two of them left over. Because one dude gets shot and he just, bro, I don't know, you're going to know which one I'm talking about. The one guy that gets fucking shot and then he just like does an about face and just bends forward and just headbutts through the fucking car window.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
It's like when we drop an episode and the listeners are like, I got to listen to this. All in.
I want to find that and make that a fucking thing. Just put our logo, like motion track our logo on his head. Just bust through the
new episode.
No, that and he busts his head through the window, and it's the beginning of Stone Cold Steve Austin's entrance music. Just
throw a beer can in his fucking face.
Right. Well, Paul winds up sniping Ed's leg. I thought about that SpongeBob thing. My leg. He shoots the fuck out of him. Like point blank, just shoots him dead. Is this where we figure out that Nathan is not who he says he is?
Yeah, because he pretty much eliminated all of the families, or all the gangs, I should say. And Nathan was like, go to this location, a limo will pick you up. Well, he gets there, and right before he gets there, I thought to myself, something's not right about Nathan. Like, I picked up on it. And we were talking about it, and I mentioned, it's like, well, now he's going to run the drug chain. He's going to run the town of Los Angeles. Well, Lottie fucking die. I was right on this one.
Right?
He gets into the limo. The guy closes the door and he walks off into another car. And Paul's just like, the fuck?
This is like the first time you actually see some worry on his face, too.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, hey. And then he realizes what the fuck's going on. So he shoots his way out of the glass of the car and he just runs and the car blows the fuck up. There's been a lot of explosions in this one, dude.
But yes, Nathan was posing the whole fucking time. He was trying to find a way to eliminate both sides to be the only person to go to for drugs.
Yeah, because when Paul shows up to the mansion to confront him, it's the real Nathan that's there. And he's like, I've been in Europe for 3 weeks, 3 months?
3 months.
Yeah, he's been fucking gone. And that's when Paul's just like,
I've been had.
All right, so he gets fucking pulled over and arrested, which I don't believe these are actual cops. Because he was like, if you're taking me in, why are you going west? So Paul Kersey, being the elderly gentleman that he is got some fucking strong leg power because he kicks the shit out of that cage between the front and back seat and just knocks it through.
Is that what mall walkers do? They just work them legs.
Right.
When they're in their 60s. But no, I don't know why. I think this threw me off when I saw it. They handcuffed him with the hands in the front. They normally handcuff him with the hands in the back. So I was like, I knew something was up whenever they did that. But then again, they're like, why are you going west? Shut your mouth. Okay.
Yeah. So he causes them to crash. Those two die. Paul has not a fucking scratch on him. Like nothing. Like there's nothing on him. And I don't get it. He's so old. Like he just crawls out like nothing happened. Like there's no limp. There's no, my neck is sore. There's not even a scratch. He's just, well, I guess I better uncuff myself and get a gun.
I'm telling you, unless you stab the motherfucker, he don't get hit or nothing. Like he's weak to fucking knives.
Yeah, that's true. Cause he's only ever been like cut. Did he get shot? He got shot in the first one.
Yeah, but that was once.
Yeah. And he was like, well, I learned from that mistake.
Not going to do it again. The willpower.
Not even again. Not even once.
Rejects bullets. But yeah, everything else, he can jump from like 2 floors up on his legs. He's fine.
The fake Nathan at this point plots to take Karen because, we got to have that fucking subplot.
His name is Nathan Fake.
Yes, he's venturing into uncharted territory with Paul Kersey because he just doesn't know who he fucked with.
Nope.
I fucking love this when the detective shows up at Paul's house and he's like, put your hands up. Higher. Now just wave him like you don't care.
Goes to sit in the chair and is like, yeah, I'm belts himself.
Right. But this detective is like legit trying to bring Paul Kersey because he doesn't fucking believe him. And so Kersey's just like, no, I'm going to let my answering machine get this phone call. And then it's Karen being like, oh, I'm kidnapped. Please come help me. Blah, blah, blah. Same old fucking song and dance.
Nathan Fake's like, hey, come get her. Be alone.
And then they go to the Sunset Roller Rink where he's just like, you've got nice taste in women, Kersey. And he's just like, it's the cologne.
I put commitment for this one.
God damn it. So Paul knocks this fucking cop out and he loads up with this like grenade launcher assault rifle combination and just goes on a goddamn roller rink shootout with all these motherfuckers. But like before he gets there, he rolls through the parking garage and these 3 guys take his car out. They just fire on it and there's nobody in there. But Paul just like, yeah, you know what? Fuck your van.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan of your van. Blows that fucking van up with a rocket launcher. Like, holy shit. Then he goes upstairs and starts fucking firing on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Karen gets fucking taken hostage, and the whole time he's fucking sitting there, he's just like, I'll fucking kill her, Kersey. I'll fucking do it. And so they go outside.
That's right.
And she slaps him in the face and takes off running, and he shoots her dead.
That's right. She claws him with her fucking nails. That's right.
Dude.
I had to get my memory jarred for a second.
No, it's cool. Fuck. I have to admit, we kind of shit on Charles Bronson for not really showing a lot of emotion during these, but I have to say this in this moment, in this fucking scene, when she gets shot and she face plants and he peeks up out from behind the little brick awning or whatever that he was hiding behind and he sees her body. That's like the most fucking emotion you see in his face throughout the entire series so far.
I mean, that was like his prime cut right there.
No shit. He was
Out of
like,
all of them.
He's sitting there, he's like, I finally got one that it's aged to perfection. You fucking took it from me.
Finally got a 10.
Cody, how does he take care of this problem?
Oh, he fucking grenade launches his
Like point blank. Like they couldn't have been standing more than like what, 10 feet, 20 feet?
At least, because I mean, it was.
Except this dude actually blows up and goes into pieces. But what I did crack up at, if you look really close, you can just see, it looks like he either got blown out of his shoes or like the bottom half, like from his knee to his ankle gets blown off and he's just like, his ankles are just sticking up and he's on fire. And the rest of his body just cascaded down and he's just burning to death. Or not really burning to death, he's exploded, but the rest of his body's just burning.
It makes no sense. Like the caliber of the rocket in the third one was way more powerful than this little grenade. And yet it pretty much charred the body of Home Dude in the third film.
Oh, Fracker?
Yeah. But in this one, it's like little bitty grenade makes nothing out of this guy. It's like nothing's left. The fuck, dude?
But yeah, the detective points the gun at Kersey and he's like, I'll shoot. And Paul's like, do whatever you have to. And he walks off and that's Death Wish, the Crackdown.
That's pretty much just like staple exit, just walking.
Right. If he doesn't walk off, the police are like, I'll give you a head start.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like, hey, let's flip a coin. What ending are we going to do on this one?
They're both heads.
Exactly.
He's going to get away.
Welcome everybody to the Body Skew Podcast. I am...
Whoa, dude. No. This is our promo, not the show. I'm Rico.
Oh, sorry. I'm CJ, and we're the hosts of the Body Skew Podcast.
We're fans of pretty much anything and everything pop culture, including movies, TV shows, books, video games, comics, music, and of course, Kevin Smith. Now, while we do keep our fingers on the pulse of Silent Bob, he certainly doesn't need our help in promoting him.
You got that right. We do our own thing, with inspiration from the man himself and his mantra of why not. We've got stories about celebrities we've interviewed, theories of our own for certain movies, and we can usually tend to have a great debate about anything.
We also do commentaries on movies. Sometimes we ask our fans what they want to watch with us. So if you love the timbre of our vocal cords and want to watch a movie at the same time, give us a listen.
Stay tuned every Monday, there's always something new. And if you've been good this year, we may even give you a bonus episode from time to time.
So please be good and subscribe to and enjoy Pod Askew, founding member of the Odd Pods Media Network.
So Death Wish 4 was a canon film. Now, Death Wish 5 got produced by this company called 21st Century Pictures, and it was Menahem Golan's answer to canon whenever he split with Globus. And I gotta say, it seems like they tried to make this one kind of like the first two.
I was about to say, it felt more like the original, just kind of, not so. But yeah, that's the vibe I got. Mainly, okay, the main menu, y'all, out of all these films, and they were not, I mean, this is like almost close to Microsoft Paint quality for this one. But out of all of them, this one was just the fucking weirdest because it looked like somebody took a really bad resolution picture of Charles Bronson and just cut around it, stuck him on this really detailed looking background, and it was like, that's the main menu. Like it was pixelated and grainy and just grizzled looking, which I kind of understand why they would, because that's the character, but the main menu just looks shitty. And then the title sequence, the credits, everybody's name was like this really bad, like textured font. Like it was like an elegant looking font, but it was bad quality until you get to the title. The title was crisp. It was clean. It was like the title sells everything. Nobody else, I don't give a fuck.
Right. And for this one, it felt very direct to video. I mean, hell, even the DVD rip that we have, it looks like they just transferred the VHS rip to the DVD.
So direct to VHS to DVD.
Exactly. So this movie is actually Charles Bronson's last theatrical starring role. And this also stars Michael Parks, who is a goddamn legend, or was a he passed away, unfortunately, but he was a goddamn legend in the film industry. So there's nobody in this movie that actually would go on to do bigger shit. But long story short, Paul Kersey is back in New York, and he is going by the name Paul Stewart under the Witness Protection Program. He's got a girlfriend that is closer to his age in this one, finally.
Who runs a fashion line.
And Tommy O'Shea, who is played by Michael Parks, is the villain. He's a mobster. They've managed to like muscle their way into every aspect of her business. And his girlfriend, Olivia, has a daughter who is actually Tommy's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So Kersey is already, like, it didn't matter. He was already fucked to begin with because he's dating a chick who's got a daughter with a mob boss.
Whom he does not like at all. The fact that he's sitting with her.
Yeah, he's just like, what's my daughter doing with that motherfucker?
I just find it funny that they're laundering money. So with clothes.
Right. Clothes laundering, money laundering.
Yep. Actual, yeah.
I could not stand the fucking goon with the goddamn lollipop.
Yeah. So Frankie or Frank or some weird.
No, it wasn't Frankie.
No,
Or it might have been. I don't fucking know. There's like a Freddy, a Sal, a Frankie, a Chicky, a Mickey, an
Chicky.
Angel.
it was Chicky. That was his name. I knew it was something like Key. But yeah, this guy had like
Stupid.
an obsession with like sucking on a damn sucker and like messing with it in his mouth. Well, Sal was getting pissed. And there was one part they were talking to one of the guys that was making all the clothes for the fashion line. And he just rips the damn sucker out of his mouth. He just throws it on the ground. I was like, fuck, that's something I would do.
Right? Yeah, because they're bullying, what was his name? Albert?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bullying Albert, who was like one of the low-end managers in this factory, about the numbers, because apparently he's fudging the numbers because, again, they're using this as a front to launder money. And he basically tells Tommy, he's like, I can't fucking do this anymore. The numbers are going to like start showing up and shit's going to go haywire. So what does he decide to do with the old boy?
He pretty much like almost carves him like a fucking pig in a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, he uses like this, it's like a standing bandsaw or some shit.
Yeah, it's one of those real thick saw blades that almost like a jigsaw. Lays him on the fucking table and just shoves it like straight to his fucking side. Well, one of the guys that works with Albert, I don't remember his name, but he starts like trying to get in between all of them.
Reggie.
And boy, this dude has a fucking mouth on him.
Yeah, he talks all the shit in the world to Tommy, and I'm just like, dude, you're going to fucking get your ass handed to you.
Well, first of all, he gets cut in the face because he opened his fucking mouth. And then they had to literally bring Albert to the hospital because, you know, he's fucking bleeding out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about this shit. Because, like, during this time, Tommy shows up backstage and confronts Olivia, and he squeezes her wrist so hard that he fucking bruises it. And then Paul sees this. So he goes down to confront him. And that's when he has, like, that. You remember he gets a gun pulled on him. He's like, guns make you nervous? And he's like, guns have their uses. Idiots with guns make me nervous.
Chicky was getting all pissed.
Oh, Chicky's a dick. Yeah, that's when Olivia tells Paul that Tommy has basically infiltrated every aspect of her business and won't leave her alone. So the DA winds up visiting Paul at his house, and Paul tells him about Tommy O'Shea, and he's like, well, I've not been able to touch this guy legally, and I'm the fucking DA. He's like, what can you do about it? You know, and I guess that kind of sets it up where he's like, oh, you know, you should probably take care of this because we know who you are. You can do this shit.
But no, I think they make him try and get Olivia to testify.
We cut to dinner, and goddamn it, Paul, I don't understand this. Like, we keep bringing this up. This man brings this woman out to a nice fucking restaurant, and he just pulls a ring out of his jacket pocket. And me and Cody are fucking sitting here just like, don't do this. You know what happens every fucking time.
That's the death wish.
He put a ring on him, and they put a sting on her.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what fucking happens. Because Tommy shows up.
And that makes her nervous. So she ends up going to clean this wine mess that she made just by accident because, you know, anxiety.
Yeah. Well, she goes to the bathroom and Freddie shows up dressed as a woman, not Krueger. Okay, so he smashes her goddamn face into this mirror over and over. And I mean, he fucks her face up, okay? Like real bad.
Which at this point, okay, just to give you like a context here, this scene gave us the impression like he really fucked her face up, like it was disfigured because he slammed it so hard into the mirror like 3 times and it was like scarring her face, it was bleeding everywhere and shit like that. Well,
Right.
They eventually get to the hospital and they're like, well, we don't know if she's gonna ever look the same again. I mean, she's been that badly messed up. We fucking joked about this and we were like, Paul has to be thinking to himself, damn, I committed.
Yeah, I already fucking committed.
Can
And
I take backsies?
she's gonna come out and she's gonna be Jigsaw and god damn it, she's gonna be a villain. And, wait, wrong franchise. So
She's gonna be Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, she's gonna come out. I've already bought this fucking ring. I can't return it now because she did fucking die.
Mm-hmm.
At least I didn't pay for a movie ticket on top of it. I had to get the whole fucking bill at dinner. The bitch was supposed to pay half.
Going Dutch on that.
Because he never looks concerned, dude. Like, again, there's no concern on his face this entire time. His fucking jacket, his suit jacket has like this stain on it. And we can't tell if it's blood, wine, or if this man is just a messy fucking eater.
All of the above.
Right. But he was mostly concerned with like, fuck, I can't return the ring now.
But then we get introduced to 2 other like detectives or investigators or something.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't catch their names. Like, honestly, I'm not even joking. Like, a lot of the people's names in this movie just don't fucking matter. Like,
All we know, it's an old white guy and an Asian chick.
Yeah.
They're trying to pin Tommy at the same time, but they couldn't do it. And I remember there was a line that said, well, I mean, you had to let the cops do their job. And he's like, well, how long you been doing it for? It's like, for 13 years. Wow, 13 years that you failed.
Yeah, it was like 16.
16 years.
He was like, 16 years is a long time to fail. But then the cops are not helping. He's like, well, I'm wasting my time. So he goes and grabs his fucking snub-nose revolver. Again, we were talking about how it's kind of like the first movie. He's using almost the same gun from the first film this time.
Mm-hmm.
Like a little small snub revolver. At the factory, though, Tommy and I think Sal and the other dudes show up. And oh boy, they fuck our boy Reggie up 9 ways a Sunday.
Yeah, they apparently found out that he was talking to someone because somehow his kid told somebody at school what was going on. I don't know why you would even open your mouth about anybody like that around your kid, but
Gonna beat his kid's ass when he gets home later.
Tommy found out and he sent the goon squad after Reggie, and they literally like pressed his hands on one of those like steam presses, still told him nothing. Then they did his fucking face, still told him nothing.
They was making a Reggie panini sandwich.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, they pretty much just capped his ass at this point.
Well, now he's not going to be beating his kid's ass anytime soon.
Mm-mm. The kid's going to beat his own ass.
That's right. So the two detectives decide, hey, we're just going to get Fat Albert to, I'm fat, fuck y'all. So I could say it, fuck you. So they get Fat Albert and they prep him with a wiretap on his person to record evidence. So he's going to spy on Sal and, I think it's not Freddy, it's the other dude.
Sal and
Chicky. Yeah, so he fucking talks to him and he's like, yeah, so is that laundry shipment coming today? And they immediately know that he's setting their asses up. So they're just like,
yeah, for the homeless people.
That's right, for all the homeless people.
It's like, what, you didn't think it was for the homeless? What's wrong with you? I'm going to knock you off my Christmas list just here.
You son of a bitch.
Give me a pen. And it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, that's when he started worrying. Started shitting himself a little bit.
Yeah, because Sal grabbed the mic, but he ended up grabbing the other pen in his pocket. He's like, thank you. And out of left field, here comes Freddy.
Yeah,
in a fucking car.
Yeah, so Freddy's kind of seen this whole thing happen. Albert gets freaked out, takes his wiretap off, throws it away, and he starts running. And then the female detective chases him down the alley because she's like, wait a minute, trying to catch up with him. Oh boy. Freddy just rounds the corner in this vehicle. And I mean, when I say he hits Albert fucking head on, I mean, he hits this dude. This movie clearly defies the laws of physics. I mean, both these movies and the rest of the series defy the law of physics in a few spots. It's a small car. He hits this big fucking dude and he doesn't topple over the car. He fucking like catapult launches backwards through a window into a restaurant.
Look, I'm not going to be the one to say any comment like this and mean it as this guy's literally a fat fuck. No, it looked like a giant beach ball got hit by a car because he literally bounced off the fucking front end of the car like that.
It'd be funny if it made this sound effect like, you know what I'm talking about when you hit like a fucking dodgeball with your hand?
Mm-hmm.
And you hear, yeah.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
It's right. I keep bringing up Mick Foley, but he fucking Mick Foley's through a table in the restaurant, like real hard. And then he drives off. The female detective is shooting at him with this pistol. And he like fucking Tokyo drifts and swings the ass end of his car. And bro, he clobbers the shit out of this poor chick. I mean, she gets hit in the fucking hip and flies up and topples the fuck over herself.
Yeah, she fucking cartwheels like a rag doll.
Oh, she bites it though. And they go up. You know how like sound effects, they'll carry over a sound effect into the next scene?
Mm-hmm.
Some dude runs up and fucking like checks her pulse on her neck and she just flatlines, and then they cut to the same shot of her like dead in the hospital. They're just sheet over her like, well, there's another one. Reminds me of Death Wish 2 where they're just like, cover him up.
Yep. This one's dead.
And this is where Paul starts kind of spying on each person individually and seeing like what they do, where do they go, what do they eat, how is their day.
Mm-hmm.
You crack me up though whenever he sees the dude with the briefcase though. How he mean mugged him.
Dude, he fucking pulled Luigi from Mario Kart on his
He fucking did, dude.
He literally just drove up like, It's like, take off.
Fuck are you? That's because he saw him getting a cannoli. Boy, Chicky likes cannolis, buddy.
He likes to stuff his fat face. Which I was thinking through the whole film. It's like, you know what? I would love like an authentic Italian cannoli, like from an actual place somewhere in Greenwich.
Oh, that'd be great. Here's where we find Olivia again because she's released from the hospital after her surgery.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to be seen like this. I don't want her to see me. Well, we're at your apartment, so you're good.
Yeah. Chelsea's at my house and the guards are looking after her, blah, blah, blah.
Well, she's unraveled.
Yeah.
And she literally looks like she got into a fight with a cat.
Yeah, like she's not even that bad off. Like the way they made it sound was like she's completely like
she
rearranged.
Like she had to get like skin grafts and parts of her face or like shifted this. No, she literally looked like she tried to snuggle a cat and got the shit, clawed out of her.
Right?
Like no worries. Paul's just like,
right? He just like wipes the sweat off his brow.
Commitment time.
I love it though. He goes to before this happens, the lollipop dude is walking around and he like slaps some chick in the alley for money and he's just sitting there. He's like, bitch, I need lollipop money. I'm running out of suckers.
You think I'm a sucker? No, this is a sucker.
Think I'm some dum-dum?
This is root beer.
I need some blow pop. Oh, is that what they're calling it now? They're calling fucking drugs on the street blow pop.
Whatever works.
It's like a cocaine sucker. So anyway, Paul shows up at the DA's house to tell him that he thinks the phones are tapped because this is at the point where they call and he's like, you going to press charges? He's like, no, we're not going to press charges.
And then when
the
DA clicks, there's another click. And I was like, oh.
Right. I was laughing though at the scene whenever he brings her upstairs though. And she's looking in the mirror and she's just like, oh, Paul, what do you see? The woman I'm going to marry. Oh, Bronson. I swear to God, she said, oh, Bronson. You pointed that shit out too.
Yeah, if you don't pay attention, you literally feel like you heard, oh, Bronson, instead of her saying, oh, promise me.
And he was fucking sitting there and he's just like, fuck, I got to keep the ring now. Can't return it.
Also, woman, that's not my name in this movie.
It's Stewart. It's Paul Stewart. Anyway, they're saying that they're going to send Dwight McDonald over to his house, right? To Kersey's house to check up on him and shit. We know where this is going. It's a little late into the movie, but we already know where this is fucking going. So it's not really Dwight McDonald. It is, it's Freddie. He shows up and he's got he's got Sal and
Chicky.
That's right. He's got Sal and Chicky salad. I just thought about that. It'd be funny. It's like Chicky salad. Anyway, they just blow the door in. Like he knows it's coming too, because he tells the old girl, he's like, hey, Olivia, get out of the house. Use the fire escape. But she goes to the roof. Dude, how did they not hit this man once? Like they've got submachine guns and all kinds of shit, and they cannot hit this man.
I mean, this guy is not in his prime anymore. I mean, I'm pretty sure he stumbles at every other step at this point.
Like Paul Kersey is wearing like those old man Velcro shoes at this point. Like there's no goddamn way that those have any type of traction on them.
No.
It'd be funny if he just like slipped and like he doesn't get shot. Like Paul Kersey's death comes because he slips and falls down the fucking stairs.
But to bring back to that point about them shooting at him, freaking Chicky had a pump action shotgun and he was unloading like ridiculously amount of shells at it. And I'm just like, none of those hit at all. Like you don't even see a trace of blood on Paul the entire time he was running.
No. And Paul's only defense was to throw a giant clay pot. Like this giant clay vase or like some pottery. Which pissed him off because he decided to take his pottery collection out once he got upstairs.
I hate clay.
Pull!
That's why he had the shotgun.
Pull!
Clay pigeons.
Exactly.
Clay stool pigeons. There you go.
Yeah, because Olivia gets out the little moon roof, or like she gets out through the window in the roof. She's like, fuck, I can't hit this bitch. Pull!
Mm-hmm.
Fuck this clay.
No, Freddie gets the shot off and kills her ass. Falls off the damn roof and she hits hard.
Bro, I mean like real fucking hard.
Yeah.
And Paul sees it through the glass window of his door. He's just like, Olivia? Oh, shit!
And see, okay. The cops are on their way because they obviously can hear the fucking guns blazing from a distance. Somebody called it in. Paul is confronted by the guys on the second, third level of the house. I'm not sure at this point.
Right.
He takes a nosedive off the side. And I thought to myself, you know what? This would be like the fucking funniest way to end this series. This movie alone is just him dying right off the top. Like,
yeah, he just falls into some trash that doesn't break his fall, and he's just dead.
Yep. That was his death wish.
Right. Like so like the trash bags would pad his fall, but somebody just happened to throw away like some sharp objects and it just stabs him to
It was
death.
his fucking maid or the caretaker or whatever the hell it was for his apartment.
Oh my god! Like she threw some of the old broken clays that he spins pottery and he broke a few of them and she throws them away. And he's like, before he dies, he's like, I told that bitch to bury this shit.
Or she throws out his old kiln or his pottery wheel. It's broke.
He spins around on it.
Just whip.
Patrick Swayze, I'm coming, baby.
But yeah, I mean, they literally have like pretty much all of the police force at the house.
The ghost of Charles Bronson comes back and still kills people.
Mm-hmm. Puts his hands around the gun. It's like, pull the trigger.
Like he doesn't kill people, he just influences them to do it themselves and shit.
Mm-hmm. I'll commit to you if you kill him.
He does it just like in Ghost. Like he puts his hand around their waist and like up their arms and into the fucking handle of the gun.
Like, wait, you don't have a gun? I don't want you.
The fuck is that? It's a Rolex. I don't fucking want a Rolex.
What if the women smell like some cologne? The air's like, what does that smell? Bronson.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's what he would do. If you fucking, if it's the ghost of Charles Bronson, it's not even ectoplasm. Like if you get like a sample like in Ghostbusters, it's not ectoplasm. It's just like leftover fucking cologne out of the bottle.
Yeah, it's not, you know how like demons smell like sulfur? Well, he smells like cologne.
Which cologne would he smell? Would he smell like a combination of all of them or just like kind of different time eras? Like if he smells like Old Spice one second, smells like Stetson another, or he smells like Obsession.
I mean, I guess it depends on the situation.
Or Commitment.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the underailed version.
Yeah, so you said the cops show up and take him in to witness protection again. Because why the fuck not? The thought that I had, though, is like once he sat there and he's watching the news report about her being murdered next to the daughter, he just clicks the TV. He's like, I can finally return this goddamn ring.
Get my deposit back.
Exactly.
I wonder if he like pawned a gun to get that ring.
That's why he has like the old one now. He pawned his entire gun collection for the ring.
I mean, shit, I couldn't afford that.
Right? Even on an architect's salary, it's like, I can't really afford all this shit. Because he did make mention about that in the fourth one, how that one mansion he rolled into, he couldn't afford that with what he made in his entire fucking career. Anyway, so Tommy shows up at his house and gets custody of Chelsea.
Before that, he was doing his little Rocky montage. Because he was like making laps around the house.
He's like running through the snow and shit.
And then he sees like all the cops in his driveway. He's like, oh shit, what's going on?
So he rolls up in there and he's like, oh, I'm taking my daughter, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, the hell you will. Well, then they just fucking hit him with a log.
And Tommy's like, man, that man's quick.
Yeah, dude, no shit, right? Even he pointed that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
So here's where the movie picks up. So Paul's on a goddamn mission now, right? He starts kind of like rolling through his own little personal hit list of these bastards.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes to the cannoli place where old boy likes his fucking cannolis.
Hey, yo, Chicky.
This is for you, baby. I love this scene so much. So he fucking like goes to get a refill of coffee at the counter and he sprinkles like this powder all over Chicky's cannoli.
Yeah, because I think it was his mom or his sister or aunt. I don't know who the fuck she was, but she basically told him, hey, yo, Chicky, your food's up there on the table. Not like that, but same concept. Yeah, and he sprinkles some MSG on it and goes to sip his coffee. Well, he's sitting there at his table just watching him, and fucking Chicky's just like just choking to death. And it was just funny how homegirl was like, you keep eating those damn cannolis like that, you're gonna fucking blow up like a blimp. Well, he was blown up.
Oh yeah, he fucking was blown up. That's what old cyanide, the old cyanide on the cannoli will do for you. Let's talk about the newspaper headline.
Was it Frank Cannoli gets or Frank Poli?
It was Chicky Piccone killed by cannoli.
Yep.
What the fuck? And then Paul just starts scoping Freddy's house out. And meanwhile, Tommy's basically turned the fashion place into a kind of a strip joint and just has his daughter around it on, which is fucking disgusting. And then
Also, we get funerals for the goons.
Yeah.
Like everybody else in the past, it was somebody close to Paul. Now it's like, well, let's just mourn the goons.
It's like they tried to Godfather this shit a little bit. Then fucking one of the cops, who's a crooked cop, is giving Tommy all this information that Paul Stewart is actually Paul Kersey, the vigilante from New York City.
And Los Angeles.
And Los
Chicago.
Angeles. Yeah, and everywhere. and he's world renowned, okay? But he tells them basically, you guys are all marked for death because you pissed him off.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. So Paul goes to buy a fucking remote soccer ball at a toy store.
Is this somebody's birthday?
It's a treat for someone special. Fucking love that line.
But yeah, Freddy's house is literally like security system, like times 1,000 at this point. Because it has like these motion sensors like all over his front lawn. He has like spotlights. He has the alarm system on like every fucking part of the house.
Yeah, because he tells Tommy at the funeral that it's his womb.
Mm-hmm. His womb.
Yeah, as Tommy says, womb.
It's like a deep guttural, like Ric Flair, womb.
Kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun, womb.
Let's not forget the fact that at that funeral, when this kid comes running through the damn door, like everybody in the fucking funeral just turns with their guns in the middle of church.
Oh my God, I forgot about that shit. That was funny.
The pastor's like, what are y'all doing? Put your guns away. This is the house of God. Okay, children.
Right, just so fucking calm.
And then they all get up and they're like, where are you going?
Where are you going, my children? Get the fuck away from you.
So this is the part where Frankie gets his bit.
Was it Frankie or Freddy?
Freddy. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Shit. They all sound like Italian mob people. So who
Right.
the fuck is? They're all Frankie to me.
Oh, Frankie to me. So like Freddy takes this random chick back to this place. And he's like, it's the only place I feel safe anymore. And he's all stressed out. And she's like, what are you doing, baby? I need milk to calm down. He needs milk. What is it with this franchise and milk, okay?
They're milking that joke.
They fucking are milking that joke, just like we're milking the cologne joke, but it doesn't matter. Fuck them. So he goes in and they go upstairs and he's got his little fucking glass of milk and she's got a whole bottle of champagne and he's just like, skim, baby.
Just like mommy.
Ugh. Ugh.
But yeah.
So yeah, so they're taking a bath. His nickname is Flakes, all right? So like he's apparently got a dandruff problem or some shit and he's got like this green goop that he rubs in his hair and shit. So like they're bathing together. Paul just rolls up with his soccer ball, sticks it through the fence and just rolls it around to set the alarm system off. And I've never seen a dude like jump out, rinse all that shit out, blow dry his hair and get completely dressed like he's about to go out in the record amount of time that Freddy fucking did.
It's fucking 10 seconds.
At least 10 seconds. God damn it, though. The fucking line. He picks the soccer ball up. Hey, Freddy, I'm going to take care of your dandruff problem for you. The fucking face. Again, just like Danny Trejo in part 4. As Cody paused it on this fucking frame, and I about fell the fuck out whenever he did.
It's just one of those beautiful molded faces of the person. But it was very it was obvious it wasn't that person.
No, God, no.
But yeah, he detonated the soccer ball and just
And he's on fire, which is really funny because you would think that explosion would have maybe like taken his top half off, but no, it basically just set him on fire.
I mean, it burnt his scalp. It was like itchy burning scalp. Use head exploders.
Head exploder shampoo. Fuck. Flakes by Freddy.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the newspaper article. It was like Flakes Fry Freddy. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? The newspaper articles alone make this movie worth it. So Paul tells the DA to meet at Olivia's house, but the dirty cop was listening in, obviously. Paul knows this. So he's fucking sitting there with this Raggedy Ann doll, and that detective shows up. He's like, I didn't think it would be this easy, Kersey. So Paul just turns around and just blows him away with a fucking gun. He's like, neither did I.
And this is where the DA is like, you're right. Can't trust anybody in the legal system.
Not at all.
So he pretty much gives him the nod to like, you do what you gotta do.
And this is where there's another funeral. Jesus Christ. Yeah, there's another funeral. Tommy gets a note at this funeral. So they go to the warehouse basement at the fashion factory or whatever the fuck. And there's like this giant crate and it's the detective dead in the crate. And somehow his glasses stayed on his face the whole time. Like, whatever.
So you pointed out, like they had to make sure that we recognized that it was that particular detective.
Yeah, because the mustache wasn't going to give it away at all. Because everybody's got a fucking mustache in this series.
Or the slick back hair with the fucking bald spot in the back.
Yeah, I mean, it just wasn't obvious.
No. I had to make sure the glasses were on so I can recognize them. Thanks.
Concentrate on Kersey. Concentrate on Kersey,
that whole
Cody.
fucking line, because he had his hand. It looked like he had a bad like case of carpal tunnel like running through his hands. Like concentrate on Kersey, and he just disfigured fingers, just holding his hand up like, nah, this fucking hurts. I gotta concentrate on Kersey.
Hey, Tommy, I'm out of here once this fucking Kersey guy's dead, all right? My blood pressure's through the fucking roof, eh?
You want out?
Yeah, you want out. Concentrate on Kersey. Swear to God, he has to have said Kersey like 50 times in this fucking scene.
That's like his like safe word, apparently.
I laugh my ass off, though, because Tommy tells his girlfriend, go make us something food, all right? She brings fucking cannolis. Oh, God.
Yeah, he takes it as a fucking offense to it because, fucking chickie. And literally right after it was fucking bells tolling for like another funeral.
Oh my God, yeah, because he throws them at her and shit. He's like, you stupid bitch, and he's fucking hitting her with the cannolis and shit. And yeah, like, yeah, like you said, dude, like the fucking next scene, I thought it was another funeral scene.
For the fucking cannolis.
Yes. I would have laughed my ass off so hard.
Our sweet baby boys are going to God's stomach.
Look how they massacred my boys. Holy cannoli, they fucked him up.
The dying beaters.
I swear, dude, because it was like the church bells and it was like, the little gated fence and it was like right in the area. I was literally sitting there thinking, God, are they really going to do this?
I mean, it's a crying shame to waste a good cannoli.
No shit. And then we get the good old Jeep Grand Cherokee commercial that we have to pitch.
Yeah, because Tommy told Sal to go pick up Chelsea. Well, Sal knew that he was being tailed by Kersey. Kersey. Well, he goes down like a freeway or something, and he swerves enough to where all the cars in front of Kersey like pretty much block the damn drive, but not Kersey.
Oh no.
He just mows through like fucking S pattern through the cars. And I was like, man, Jeep would love this kind of like publicity for their vehicles. Like, oh, you got that Grand Cherokee power. Can swerve through traffic.
Oh my God. But it really is fucking funny. That was like, do you have justice to serve? Jeep Grand Cherokee. Screech! Like, it's just fucking in and out of traffic and shit.
Get the power of a Cherokee Indian in that engine.
That's it.
The engine.
Can we please talk about the Dr. Claw dude?
Well, I mean, that's coming up because, Kersey finally gets to the building. It was the fashion studio where they had I don't know what they call those places where they make the clothes, but anyway, the clothing place. And Tommy sends more goons. But before that, they're meeting him at, I guess this is a hotel or some like random place. And it's like, look at the toys, boys. And they all open it. And this one guy's like, yeah, this will be fun. What kind of whatever. Very hick voice. And then you get this very tall, bald fuck. And he's just like, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what he sounds like too.
I looked at Richard's like, did he just do that? So I had to rewind. He's like, yeah.
He fucking did.
Like, dude, he's Dr. Claw. What the fuck? This is like pre-Inspector Gadget Claw.
Kersey won't know what hit him.
But yeah, they eventually lure him into the factory part of the building. And at this point, they're lining up like random spots at the warehouse. And you hear home dude's like,
in position. He's inside. He's inside, getting up in my guts. I'll get you, Kersey. Next time.
Yeah, because they're hunting him down and shit. And then there's just this runaway forklift that they blow it to shit, all right? They shoot it with like machine guns, shotguns, pistols, even a grenade launcher. And why not? Let's just blow the forklift
more
up.
explosions. So.
Yeah, and while we're at it, let's do 20 different angles of this fucking explosion happening.
Just to make sure that it exploded.
Yeah, we gotta use all the film, guys. Mr. Golem's gonna be pissed off.
We don't waste no film. No reel.
For real. Anyway, Paul blows the three dudes away. The third one gets like electrocuted against this like fencing or whatever. And then he finds the fourth guy. He fucking saran wraps this dude.
Yeah, he pretty much like almost seemed like a human cotton candy like machine because he was like spinning them on the saran table like they do the saran all the clothes and shit.
He's like, this is just like the carnival I went to in the fourth movie. Wheelie, 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 wheelie.
So he's trying to jog his memory about where Chelsea is, and he sarans his whole fucking face shut, and he's like, no, like he's shaking real violently. And he opens his mouth and he tells him where Tommy and Chelsea are. So he hangs this dude on the fucking clothesline rack that like circulates the whole fucking warehouse and just leaves it running
Yeah, he's just fucking hanging out.
downstairs by himself.
No shit.
So Chelsea hears one of the walkie-talkies go off that Tommy's trying to figure out where the fuck everybody's at. And then Paul pops in. Chelsea's like, Paul, save me. And she just books it out of the fucking room.
Right, because at some point, Tommy chases Chelsea and almost gets her, but then she hauls ass. And Sal gets spooked and he turns around and he accidentally shoots the saran wrap dude. Because the dude's like, hey, help. Oh, God. Shoots him and you're just like, God, that's a shit way to go.
It's like I had a PTSD moment from a carnival. I remember those shooting games. You lost, kid.
Shoot the fat guy on the conveyor.
You lost, kid. Fuck.
No stuffed animal for you.
Now it's my time.
Your time is up. My time is now. It's John Cena.
Yep.
So anyway, Sal runs out of bullets, right? And he looks at Paul. He's like, Kersey, I'm unarmed. You wouldn't shoot an unarmed man, would you? Yeah, he fucking shoots him. And the dude falls into this, like, I don't know what it was, like some kind of like flat conveyor. And then he just goes into a grinder.
Because if you mess with Kersey, you get the grinder.
You go in the grinder. Fuck you, Ed. Paul winds up grabbing like this glass bottle and breaks it on the corner of the wall. And at first you're just kind of like, well, what the fuck? Tommy chases Chelsea again. And she runs past and he sticks his foot out from like the clothing conveyor and trips Tommy. Like it was so some fucking like elementary school shit, dude.
Like, gotcha.
Right?
You're it.
I would have come out with I would have clotheslined his ass like fucking John Bradshaw Layfield. Like, take his fucking head off, dude.
Or just shotgun him. Literally, as soon as he passes by.
Yeah, just hit him in the stomach with it, just fucking blow him away.
But yeah, then he takes the broken bottle and just like screws into his cheekbone.
Oh!
He's like, how does that feel?
Yeah, it really fucked up. He's like, how does that feel? And then Tommy's like, good, I want more.
Mm-hmm. No, I got these scars.
From Charles Bronson.
But yeah, Tommy pretty much just, I'll give you whatever you want if you spare me.
Even my dick.
Well, old dude detective comes in, distracts everybody. Tommy slaps the gun out of Bronson's hands or Paul Kersey's hands or this dude's hands. And he shoots the detective or the lieutenant, whatever his name, in the fucking chest. And I was like, dude, you fucking just like shot yourself at this point.
You fucked up.
Yeah. You used colander.
How you catch the thief with colander?
Yeah.
But
yeah, Kersey pretty much gets him at gunpoint again with a shotgun, and he's literally trying to swindle him. It's like, look, I'll give you anything that you need. And he's like, I don't want anything.
You need a bath.
Yeah. And he just pushes him into that fucking acid bath right behind him.
Yeah, because they were making mention of that thing earlier whenever they were threatening Albert. They were throwing all the clothing and shit into this thing. I was like, God, what the fuck? It's just like, there's no like safe railing around it. It's just there.
Mm-hmm.
That's like an OSHA like situation waiting to happen, but it turned into an oh shit moment for fucking Tommy because he fucking just got yeeted into this sumbitch.
I mean, he stayed alive for a good while too, because that shit eats it quick. I'm surprised he was screaming as long as he did.
And he gives the fucking Terminator 2 thumbs up as it fucking floats down to the bottom.
It's not the thumbs up, it's the finger.
Yeah, he gives him the finger. It's like, fuck you.
Fuck you, Kersey.
Yeah, he fucking melts away. And the cops at this point have taken Chelsea because, you know, she's safe now. And he's like, well, what are you going to do about me? And the lieutenant's like, well, we'll take care of you, Paul. All right. Now he fucking walks off. Hey, Lieutenant, if you need any help, give me a call. Freeze frame.
End.
What the fuck?
This is why Kersey has strong legs. He just walks pretty much everywhere.
Dude, oh my God, dude.
Who needs a mall when you have all of fucking United States?
No shit.
To New York, to Chicago, to LA, and back.
He just walks to these places. Like, he doesn't even drive a car. He's just like, fuck it, I'm just going to walk to these. That might be why he could still run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Death Wish 5, The Face of Death. Which one wins this week, dude?
Honestly, I was thinking about this earlier, and I'm so torn between the two because they both have something special, I should say. Like, the fourth one, it was a little bit more, I guess, engaging in some specs. I don't know. Like, there was more that caught my attention, but at the same time, the fifth one was just a little bit more grounded, and it had some funny moments to it. Like the whole fucking funeral, like every random scene was just fucking funny to me. The cannolis were fucking funny too.
No shit.
Like I don't know why. I think I'm more towards the fifth one.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like ironically enough, like I found more enjoyment with the fifth one versus there was more interesting aspects of the fourth one. I wasn't really poking as much fun, I guess, at the fourth one as was the fifth one.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of things you could poke fun at in the fourth one, but it felt just more, it felt kind of a little less high stakes, I guess. I think what made the fourth one enjoyable was all like the gunfire and the stupid shit. And I mean, the ending with the dude getting blown away with the grenade is absolutely like top tier fucking death scene. But I think I may actually agree with the fifth one going on to win this one, just because it kind of tried to capture the spirit of the original one and the second one, but it still had some, so it was absolutely that so bad it's good quality to it. And you did have a pretty decent villain, and the way he went was pretty fucking gruesome.
Mm-hmm.
So the real question is, does Death Wish which one out of Death Wish 3 or the fifth one? Which is really like, do you go for the over the topness or do you go for the face of death? And I'm torn between them just because I have such a strong like for the third one, because I thought it was a pretty good like standalone sequel.
See, that one like stood out in some weird ways to me. Like one, I felt like I was watching the Golden Girls go to war pretty much, because like just a bunch of old people talking about shit, and then all of a sudden somebody dies. And then it had the Lost Boys looking shit going on with the gang members. The
Giggler, Fracker, and it's not even so much the point blank explosion out of the fucking side of the building that does it for me for Death Wish 3. That movie felt probably a little more entertaining for me than the fifth one, as much as I did enjoy the fifth one and how much we could poke fun at it and shit. In my opinion, and it, not even me being biased, but I think Death Wish 3 has to absolutely be probably like the best fucking sequel.
Yeah, I have to agree too. Like I said, that one's more memorable to me because it's just the stupid concepts that come to my brain whenever I think about that movie.
Yeah, and it's so over the top, but in the best fucking way. I mean, it's in a way that only canon could do.
I mean, the guy literally starts a war between the elderly and punks. How can you not make that one win? It's like, thank you for beating my friends.
Thank you for beating my friends.
Fuck.
Yeah. So the third one.
All right. So Death Wish 3 is the absolute goddamn winner of the sequel tournament. I am trying to mentally prepare myself for Death Kiss. Like, I don't know what to expect. I don't care. I don't know if it's going to be good.
It's like, after all that we've seen, is there really anything that's going to blow our minds? Like, not figuratively, literally, hopefully.
Right.
So I'm kind of just like sitting there with my arms folded. Impress me.
Impress me, motherfucker. Can you do it? I mean, you never know. It might surprise us.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, check out all the shows on Odd Pods Media. Check us out on social media. All the links are in the show notes below. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Buy some merch. Leave a comment. Fuck.
Tell us what your favorite Death Wish movie was.
Yeah, no shit. Please.
Or tell us what favorite part of the whole series.
Yeah, if you have any memorable scenes that you liked from any of these, fucking tag us on Twitter and put it on there.
I mean, shit, my favorite so far has been like the non-canon cannoli funeral.
That was pretty fucking great. You got anything else, my man?
No, I'm pretty good.
Same. Guess we'll go prep ourselves for Death Kiss. Once again, Death Wish 3 is your fucking winner. This was episode 156, Cult Cinema Showdown 65. Until next week, I've been Midnight Agent Raw.
And I'm a Grammy.
What the fuck?
I'll get you next